Hello, Flosstube. Welcome to my channel. I'm Devin, and you have reached Hoops and Needles Flosstube channel. I hope you're well today. I hope you're having a good day. It is March 31st, 2021. I didn't plan on taking so long to do a video, but when I did plan on doing a video, I woke up with a very croaky voice. And then it went downhill from there. That was on a Tuesday. By the weekend, I had a chest cold, and so did my husband. So we ran down to CVS to get a COVID test, and thank God we were both negative. It's allergies and chest colds and yucky stuff like that. And I still have a little bit of it, so hopefully I won't cough during the session. But I'm glad you're so here. If you're new, welcome to my channel. This is a channel about cross stitch and maybe some other crafts, sewing, knitting, whatever I decide to throw in, but mainly cross stitch. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate that. I see I got a couple more new followers. Welcome. I hope you see something you like and are inspired by all the goodies I have. So I haven't been doing anything but working and stitching and making things. So let's get on with it. That's what you're here for, is the stitching goodness. Up first, I have previous finishes, and since it's springtime, I thought I would show you some of my spring finishes. First up is by, let's see, I have my list here. Roosters and Hens by Little House Needleworks. I stitched this last year, and this is how I finished it. And I changed up the pattern. It has a girl in it. I took the girl out and added I think another chicken and rooster, but I really love how this turned out. Very cute finish. And it sits on a white hutch I have in the kitchen. So that is Roosters and Hens by Little House Needleworks. That's the first one. Second one is Bluebird Out My Window by Brenda Gervais. And I sent this off to Faye, the Carolina Stitcher, to finish for me, and she did a fabulous job. And I think I stitched this 2 years ago. See if I have it. Nope, I don't, but I think it's about 2 years since I stitched that one. Next one is by Prairie Schooler. It's a small April, and that is that one. I really enjoyed this. It's on 28 count, called for colors, 2/2. And that's by the Prairie Schooler, April. And here is the big April. And this is done on 28 count tea coffee dyed Monaco, 2 threads over 2 threads used over 2 threads stitched, 2/2. And I really like how this is done. And so that is April at Prairie Schooler. And then this is Share Hair Etching by Heart and Hand. And I used Bubble Gum by Weeks Dye Works and Garden Gate by Sampler Threads. And I finished this one. And I love how this turned out. And I think I did this one last year. And then this one is, I think it's Easter Parade by Brenda Gervais. .28 count, I think is it 28? No, 36 count. Probably hand dyed by me. And I don't know if I use a call for colors or not. But that's that one. Easter Parade by Brenda Gervais. And And I think that is all of my previous finishes I have for you today. I do have one finish, and it is out of this book by Blackbird Design Sewing Club. For the new people that have joined me, I am stitching my way through this book. I am doing it not in a time frame. I was thinking I was going to do it in a year, but that's not going to happen. But I am stitching my way through. I'm starting from the beginning. This next one is the second pattern I finished, called In My Garden. And this is how they finish it, and I'm going to have it finished like that too, in a drum. So this is the second one in the book, and I have finished it like that. Called for fabric and floss. And I tea coffee dyed this fabric myself. I was a little on the light side, so I wanted to grunge it up. But I thoroughly enjoyed this. I'm showing the back. Oh well. There we go. That's better. So that is In My Garden by Blackbird Design in their Sewing Club book. And that is my only finish for this month so far. I've been working on a lot of whips and stuff, but before we get into my whips, let's get into my fully finish. Or, yeah, my fully finished ones. I did these yesterday. These have been previous stitched in the past probably 2 years. But I was on a finishing kick. And so I went up to my craft room and finished all 4 of these little cuties. They're all pillows, so. But this one, the first one up, is called In Full Glory by Blackbird Design, and I stitched this last year. There we go. And then that's the back. But I use the Called For colors, and this is stitched on 28 count, probably tea coffee dyed Monaco or linen. Well, I love this. It turned out, I filled it with half fiber fill and half walnut shells. And I love it. It comes out flat. I get it flat by ironing it after I stuff it. And it just flattens out beautifully. But I love this, how this turned out. Full Glory Blackbird Design. Next one is one of the Patriotic Houses from Waxing Moon Design. And that's how I finished this one. And that's the back. And I still might put trim around this. But this comes in a trio, 3 patterns for their Patriotic Houses. And it's by Waxing Moon Design. So that's number 2 fully finished. Number 3 is Old Glory by Heart and Hand. I stitched this in 2019. It's 28 count Monaco. I use Gentle Arts Midnight and Gentle Arts Oatmeal, and then Weeks Dye Work Turquoise Red, which is my favorite red. And this is how I finished this one. And that's the back of that. And then the 4th and final one is a Autumn Smalls by Lizzie Kate. And there we go. And this is filled with walnut shells. Called For colors, and that's how I finished that one. I just started yesterday doing the finishing this way, where you sew all the way around the pillow and then you make a slit, turn it inside out and fill it, and I love it. I love it. If you have not tried it, I recommend trying it. It is so much easier and your pillows come out so much better. So yes, definitely try that method of sewing all the way around the pillow, putting the right sides together, sewing all the way around, and then taking a seam ripper and making a slit in the back big enough to turn it inside out or right side out, and then filling it, and then you just whip stitch I whip stitch the closure shut, and then I heat and bond the patch over it and embellish it that way. A lot easier, a lot better, turns out so much nicer. So those are my fully finished ones. I hope you enjoyed those. I really enjoyed making them yesterday, and I have another drawer full of stuff to finish, so you'll probably be seeing more in the future podcasts, Flosstubes. But I also have another fully finished item, and this is a sewing one, and you might have seen it on Instagram. I'm DevonFL on Instagram. If you would love to follow me, I would love to have you. And these are strawberries. And this is the first one. This is a red with white polka dot strawberry. This is a bowl full of cherries one. And these are the medium size. I bought the pattern off at Etsy. I will look it up on my phone. There it is. And tell you guys, and then I'll list it below too, but the strawberries come in 3 sizes, large, medium, and small, and these are the medium ones. And then this is just a red and blue floral one. And then on top, I put a little ladybug. It was a button, and I cut the shank off, and I just glued a little ladybug on it, so it looks like she's having a good day. But that's that one. And the last one is a green check. These are really easy to make. I would say they probably take 10-15 minutes to make them. But yeah, they're sweet little things, and then they reside.
Was from the year 2000.
And, sorry, my phone, I must have hit something. Made it start talking. But I buy these wood bowls from the thrift store and paint them, prim them up, and then they're just sitting in a bowl like that. So yes, those are my fully finished items. Just a second, there we go. Next up, I believe, are my whips. Let's get started because I have a lot of whips to show you. Okay, first up is, this is why I don't do seasonal stuff. Some people, that's all they do. They stitch seasonal, they do the months, the seasons, they whip right through them, they get them done. I love them, I love seeing them, but I can't. I tried and tried and tried to do a whole session of seasons in a pattern, and after the first 2 to 3, I'm like, oh, I can't stitch any more of these. I try. Maybe eventually I will get it done. But this is Wordplay by Brenda Gervais, and this is March. And that's how far I've gotten. And nope, don't want to stitch on it. This is on hand-dyed 36 count fabric by me. This is what the pattern looks like. Sorry for the glare. There we go. And so hopefully I'll continue to do that, and hopefully they'll be ready for next year, because it ain't gonna happen this year. Next up is Martha S. Scott, 1876. Love this one. Kim at the Contented Stitcher was stitching this, and I saw it and fell in love with it, so I had to get it and start it. And this is stitched on 36 count hand-dyed fabric by me. All my fabrics are hand-dyed by me. I dye all my own, unless it's like a scrap piece in my stash. Or if it's like in the Blackbird design, I might use some of the recommended fabrics that they use. But this is where I'm at with this one. Martha S. Scott, 1876. Using called for colors and 36 count fabric, 1 thread over 2. Loving this one. That cottage is adorable. I love stitching that cottage. And it is by GGR. The next one up is Land That I Love by Teresa Kogert. There's a stitch along on Instagram called Land That I Love, SAL. If you're stitching this, you should join us. It's a great group and we're having fun looking at everyone's projects. And this is where I'm at with this one. This is 36 count, hand dyed by me, 1 thread over 2 stitches. And I did change a couple of the colors. For, let's see, where are you? There you. Where it called for blue corn, I'm using Deep Sea. And where it's calling for DMC 712 cream, I'm using Ecru. Those are the only 2 changes I am making on that one, and I'm really enjoying that one. And here's what the pattern looks like. It's a big one. Land That I Love. Okay, let's see where... Next one is Blackbird Design Christmas Garden, but I have changed it all around. I'm making an English garden because, one, my mom was from Exeter, England. That's where my name came from. And 2, Salma from Stone Street Stitchworks did this, and I just fell in love with it. As soon as I saw her, her stitching this, I had to go... I had the book already. I had to go dye the fabric and get the floss, and away I went. And it's almost done. Look how close I am. I can't wait. And I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks like this, but when you're this close to a project and you're stitching on other things and you're going to town and you're having fun, you're thinking, you know, if I would have just stuck with that one project, it would be done now. As much as I've stitched on other projects, that one would be done. I think like that all the time, especially about this one, because as I'm working on my other whips, I'm thinking, boy, if I would have just stuck with that Blackbird Christmas Garden, it would be done now. But nope. Do I? Nope. I keep going. So let me know if I'm the only one that thinks like that. The next one is another one. It's a new start. What was my... Oh, Land That I Love by Teresa Kogert was a new start for me this month too. So I have 2 new starts. I have that one and I have this one. This one is also a stitch along on Instagram. It's called Strawberry Pickin', Pickin 21 SAL. And it's going on by Merritt Crawford and Stitchuation Normal. Those 2 are hosting it. So, and you don't have to do this pattern. You can do any strawberry pattern, anything that has strawberries on it. So if you are stitching something strawberries, come join us. It's a great group and we love seeing each other's projects. But a lot of people are stitching this one. And if you want to stitch this one, go ahead. Come join us. We're on Instagram under Strawberry Pickin' 21 SAL. And there is that's by Blackbird Design, Strawberry Fields Forever. I changed 2 of the colors. I changed the red, the deep red, I didn't have the called for one, so I am using Pioneer Red by Victorian Motto, which is this one. And then the other color I changed to, there we go, Gentle Arts Moss it costs $4, and I'm using Weeks Bullfrog. Has a lot of variation in it. So those are the only two colors I changed. If you notice, on the roof, it's a beige. Mine is gray, and I'm using the called for color. The called for color is, let's get like that, Gentle Arts Sable, and this is my Gentle Arts Sable. It is not anything like what the picture looks like. So I'm not changing the roof color, it's just that my strand of floss is that color. So I can't believe that the dye lots of certain floss changed that drastically, because that is not even close to what the picture looks like. And I actually didn't realize it till, I mean, I picked the color, I grabbed the color, I started stitching, thought, oh, okay, cool. Then I looked at the picture and it's like, mine's not like that, but you know what? I like the gray. I like the gray. So I stayed with it. But just to let you know, I didn't change the roof color. That's the color it called for, but that's the color of my dye lot. So again, that's Strawberry Fields Forever, Blackbird Design. I'm stitching this on 36 count fabric, hand dyed by me. One thread, 40, no, it's not 36, it's 40 count fabric, hand dyed by me. One thread over 2 threads. Loving it. Come join us if you're stitching anything strawberry. And then, last but not least, Miss Queen. I didn't get that much done on her, but I did get some. And it is Elizabeth Weston. Back here. And that's how big she is. She's a big girl, but I started on that Valley and Hills border thing in the middle there. And I think I might have did a few more over 1 words. But I am loving this one. And this is hand dyed by me, 36 count, using DMC, the called for DMC. They use silks, but they do have a DMC conversion. And 1 thread over 2 threads. And I started this, I think, in 2019. So I need to get my booty going and stitch her, or I'm never gonna get her done. And this is what the picture looks like. She's by Hands Across the Sea, Elizabeth Weston. There's also a stitch along going on here, on and off. It's, I think it's E. Weston Wednesday, Sal. We're supposed to do it on Wednesdays, but if I did that, she would never get done. So I do it whenever I can. So those are my whips. I hope you enjoyed those. I have thoroughly enjoyed stitching on them. And for my plans for, for April, I want to stitch some smalls. After finishing all those pillows, it's like, oh, I need some instant satisfaction. So I'm gonna stitch some smalls. I started a little, I think Little House Needlework, the stitching bee one. So little small pillows. I want to stitch a couple of those next month, and then work on my whips. And just keep stitching, enjoying it, because I am. I'm enjoying life right now. Now that I feel better. So those are my whips. I showed my finishes, my finish, my FFOs, my previous finishes. I have haul. I'll do haul and then I'll shout out to Flosstubes, because I have a lot of new Flosstubes I've been watching the last month. And this month was Needlework Expo, and I did get a lot of patterns from there. Excuse me. The first one up is Pieces of Ode from by Kathy Barrick. Love this one. Love the colors, the sheep, the girl, the buildings, the deer, everything. Good job, Kathy. Love it. Next one is by her daughter, Hello from Liz Matthews, and this is Dutch Sampler Collection. Love this one too. Two beautiful designers in the same family. Love it. Next one is Blooming Bouquet number 6, Hopeful by Jeanette Douglas. Gorgeous colors in this. There is satin stitch in this around the whole border inside, but that's not hard to do. Mandy D. Donna, The Simple Life. Had to get this between the barns and the sheep. Love it. Lottie Da, Sophia Church. Another cute little sampler. Looks like about the same style as Martha S. Scott, so. And then these next two are by Annie B's Folk Art. Can't pass them up. Patriotic. This one is Stars and Stripes. This one's American Sampler House. And I will probably do it on a blue fabric. Just so pretty. Next three are by JBW Designs. Yeah, JBW Designs. First one up, had to get this, a collection of antique red samplers. For any of the red sampler lovers out there, here you go. Keeping in with the law. Here's the this one's Chintz Alphabet. If you ever seen Chintz porcelain in real life, it is just gorgeous. And this is a little chintz sewing set. And this is exclusive to the Needlework Expo. So it's only offered during that time. And this comes with the linen, the finishing fabric, rickrack, and 2 things of floss. And then these two I got from Fat Quarter Shop. This one had a sheep in it. So this is a set, a series. This is number 8 of 12. A lot of people are stitching this on one big piece. This is a big project if you stitch them all together. And these are by Prim Stitch Series. This one's Pleasant and Gentle by Lori Holt, A Beat in My Bonnet. Get these at Fat Quarter Shop. I thought, excuse me, I thought I'd make them into little pillows. And this is Patriotism and Industry. This is the first one. And I saw someone over in England do a British flag on theirs, and I just might change that to a British flag. It looked pretty awesome. Got those at Fat Quarter Shop. Next up is Stacy Nash Primitives Winter Beekeep thread board. I don't know if I'll do this in a thread board, but it's a lady and it has bees. What more do I need to say? Gorgeous. Love the colors. Don't think I'd change a thing. And love Stacy Nash. The next three are by Stitching with the Housewives. We're finally able to start our garden here in Northeast Florida. It's been cold and rainy, and so we've had to postpone it. Last weekend we put in tomato plants. This weekend we're hoping to put in our jalapeno plants and azaleas. And just getting the garden ready and pretty so it'll look good during the summer months. So when I saw these, I had to get these. First one up is tomato seeds. I think they're called their tray tidbits. Does it say? Tier tray tidbits, that's what they're called. So that's tomato seeds, Stitching with the Housewives on Etsy, instant download. And then strawberries, because anything with strawberries on it is awesome. And these are like really small. They are like, let's see what the size, a 3x4 on 28 count black. So these are really small and cute. And it's either Michelle McGraw or Elizabeth Can Stitch that made these, and they put like seed. They made them like a seed packet, and you shook it and you heard the seeds. I think it was Michelle McGraw, but correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, one of those two made it into like seed packets. It was really cool. This other one, it's a pink truck. And plus it comes with a freebie pattern. So this one is called Flower Market. Love that pink truck. And these last three are on their Etsy, in their Etsy store, and their instant download, so you can get them right away. So that is all my haul for this month. I have some more stuff coming in. It should be here any day now. I think it's either Hello Liz Matthews or Kathy Barrick's the butterfly pattern that they put out at market. I have that one, and then I have some more of the checkered fabric coming in. I ordered from Victorian Rose Needle Art store. She had to wait till Nikki sent it. I think it was by Nikki's Creation, so from Italy. So those are on the way now. I don't think I have anything else but fabric coming in the rest of the time. And so right now, what I have left is Flosstubes to shout out, because there has been a bunch of new awesome Flosstubes out there this month. And I hope you guys are all enjoying them too. If you haven't, I'll definitely list these below, but I will shout them out now. They're all awesome. The first one is Merritt Crawford of the Just Because Buzz Flosstube, but you can find her under Merritt Crawford. She is awesome. She's the one of the ones that is doing the strawberry pick and stitch along. But yeah, go check her out. She's really good. And then Two Tall Stitchers, mom and daughter team, Jen and her mom. They're sweet, they're funny, their stitching is awesome. So go check them out. And then Nicole is a knitter, and she does knitting to YouTube videos, and she crossed over to the cross stitch community. Welcome, Nicole. We love everyone. And so hers is called MedusaYarnandFiber channel, and she didn't start off small either, so her stitching is beautiful. Go check her out, Nicole at MedusaYarnandFiber Flosstube. And then Homegrown and Homemade, poor girl's ready to pop. Her last Flosstube just went up, and she's like 2 weeks to her due date, and she filmed her first one 6 weeks from her due date. And she still goes out and gardens and does all that kind of stuff, and more power to you, girl. I don't think I was doing anything at 38 weeks pregnant, but sitting, wishing the baby would come out. So, but yeah, her stitching is really cute, and she does quilting too. So I think her and her sister has a Flosstube also, and I think they both started out quilting and stuff. And so go check her out. That's Mandy at Homegrown and Homemade. And then Colleen at Lockaby Stitches. Oh my gosh. You want to see some homemade awesome frames? Go check out Colleen. She makes all her own frames. She carves out little animals to go on, or little subjects, flowers, birds, animals, branches. I mean, this girl is beyond talented with making frames. She is awesome. Her stitching is beautiful. She's fun to listen to. And go check out Colleen at Lockaby's Stitches. And then Lisa at Prim on Greenway. She is on I just drew a drum kick. Just drew a blank there for a minute. Drum kick, making drums, and her drums are gorgeous. Her stitching is gorgeous. She's sweet to listen to. But yeah, go check out, if you want some inspiration of making drums, go check out Lisa at Prim's on Greenway. You won't be disappointed in any of these Flosstubes. They're all new. You might be watching them already. I just love giving shout outs to newbies and stuff. And I continue to watch the regulars. So keep up the good work, ladies and gentlemen. I enjoy watching you while I stitch. And I think that is it for this episode. I hope you all stay well. I wish you all a happy Easter. Stay safe. And I will hopefully see you in 2 weeks. Have a good day, guys. Bye.